This is going to be a little bit of a different video. Like I said, I'm not going to be really transitioning into the what's the word I'm looking for, the content that I'll be posting lately. I know I'll be doing a lot of reaction videos, a lot of gaming videos, but I'm kind of transitioning away from stuff like that. And this is going to be the first video on what I want to start doing. If you don't like it, if it doesn't suit your style, then you know what you can do. You're allowed to unsubscribe, you're allowed to unfollow. It doesn't really matter. I want to push this more towards the trading community. If you don't know what trading is, the best way I can explain it is that I basically look at a graph, and based off what the graph is telling me, I decide if price is going to go up and down. And basically, I make money or I lose money. That's the easier way. But I want to start documenting myself when it comes to this trading, as not to show y'all, but also as to show myself how far I've came later on into the future. But today I have entered a trade by gold. So I want to show y'all how I made almost $400 today trading gold. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all what it is. We're going to go here. All right. So y'all should be looking at the chart right now. So this is the trade I took. You can clearly see that I had a risk to reward for a 1 to 3. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But I'm going to show y'all my mentality behind this trade. And I'm going to do that on my back testing page. Because I feel like the strategy could be a little bit more easier to understand. I'm gonna give y'all my perspective of why I took the trade, my trading strategy, all that sauce. Like y'all don't know who I am yet for the people that are in the trading community, but I've only been trading for about 6 months. I kind of went monk mode. I stopped talking to a lot of friends. I stopped talking to a lot of people because I really just focused on this. If you're one of those friends or those people that I stopped talking to, has nothing to do with you. It's no hard feelings. It's just that right now I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to lock in. But let me show y'all. So this is the trade I took. So let me show you my perspective behind this. So let's take this off for now. Hold on. All right. So you can clearly see that lately gold has been just dumping. There was a time of period where gold was going up. It was creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It was going in an uptrend. Oh, by the way, I trade market structure if you haven't noticed by me just saying that. But you can clearly see that right here, price started dumping, right? Price did a mean ass dump. So what I did was, let me go back so I can kind of get a perspective on how I traded. So, okay, so right here. So what I like to do is I like to trade ICC by trade by side, indication, correction, continuation, or break and retest, whatever the hell makes sense to you. I like to call it ICC because I've tried all the trading strategies. I've tried ICT, I've tried SMT, SMC, sorry. I've tried trend lines, I've tried Fair Value, not Fair Value, yes, Fibonacci tool, supply and demand portion. I've tried all of it, and to me, like, this right here is what makes sense to me. Straight market structure, and the way he explained it, it sounds beautiful to me. So this is the way I've been trading for like maybe the past 3 months, right? So let me show y'all. So you can clearly see right here, there's a big push in the market, a big level of sellers in the market came in. Sellers came into the market right here. You can see that buyers were bringing it back up. And by the way, I trade on a 4-hour time frame. I'm a swing trader. I like to do long trades. I'm not a scalper. I'm not a day trader. I like to take my time with mines. I like to be what they like to call a precise sniper, I guess. But like I said, so buyers came into the market right here. They pushed price all the way up to here, right? And then once price got to this level, you can clearly see that sellers had a big ass push in the market. Like, this right here is a strong level of sellers because it caused this big ass push all the way to down here. So what I like to do is mark out the closing candle or the opening candle, depending on if it's a green or a red candle. And I like to mark out that and then the whole wick. That's what I like to do. That's what makes sense to me. Okay, so you clearly see that the sellers came into the market and pushed price all the way down to here, right? Then buyers came into the market again. They brought up price to here. You can clearly see that buyers brought up price to here, but then right when it got to here, sellers brought it right back down, right? So you can clearly see based off what I'm showing y'all, higher highs, higher low. Lower highs, lower low, lower highs. Now we're in the lower high, lower low, lower high. Now we're in a higher low. So right now the market is in consolidation. So this is what I wouldn't trade. I want to show you what I traded. So buyers coming to the market again. They push price back up to this level. You can clearly see, let me extend this. They push price back into this level. There were sellers, right? And once price gets to here, sellers bring it back down to here. Buyers bring it back up. Sellers bring it back down to here, right? I'm not going to mark this level out because to me, this makes no sense. But this is a level that buyers really stepped in because you can see that when price came all the way to this level, buyers brought it all the way to here, right? So a lot of people, I was on Discords, not Discords. I was on Twitter or X when it came to the stock market, and a lot of people were saying that gold was about to buy, gold was about to buy, gold was about to buy. A lot of people seeing that the market broke above this level, and people was like, oh, everybody enter on gold buys, every enter on gold buys, and people were attacking these highs up here, right? Because that's the last high that the market made, right here, boom. So people were attacking this high. Me, I stayed patient. I ignored the noise, and I like to see what the market shows me. So let me show y'all. So whatever. So buyers bring market up. I mean, buyers bring price all the way up to this level right here, right? So we're gonna mark this level out. There's a level of sellers in the market right there, and then we're just gonna keep going. Boom, buyers break above this level, right? So this is why I could have entered in for for buys here, because you get, based off my trading strategy, it's a indication, like trade by side said, ICC indication, correction, and a continuation towards the uptrend, right? But it didn't give me that, right? It didn't give me that. That's fine. So buyers come into the market, sellers come into the market and drop the market all the way from here all the way down to here, right? So I still have not entered a trade yet, but I'm gonna show y'all where I enter a trade and why I enter a trade. So price bounces off this level. You know, we don't enter any. This is all consolidation in my end. This is all consolidation. We're not gonna mark out this level of buyers here because it's not really a strong level of buyers. It's just all consolidation. And then boom, price breaks below this level, right? So to me, this is my indication, right? If I was going to trade here, but you can clearly see that it gave the indication right here because you wanted to break below the wick. That's what I like to do for it. That's why I mark out this whole square. It breaks below the wick. So it finally did. So it indicated it was going in the downtrend. But look what it did. It continued to go in the downtrend, right? A lot of people will be scared when it comes to here. Oh, FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, I missed a trade. Me, I sat on my hands and knees and stayed patiently. So I waited for the market to correct itself, which it did right here. You can clearly see there was a little level of buyers in the market. Boom. So I marked this out. Bam, right? So it corrected itself, and let me go back a little bit so I can get a better understanding. So the market corrected itself right here. So there's levels of buyers in this level. So buyers finally came up from wherever the hell they was at. They finally came up and decided to all come together and hold level right here. So you can kind of think of that. Buyers came up from wherever the hell they was at and decided to stay in this level right here, right? So like I said, there was buyers in this level right here. Holy shit, I'm just fucking this shit up all the way. I'm trying to mark out damn arrows, but it's throwing me. Okay, so this gives us, there's buyers in this level right here. So price is going to break through this level, giving us my indication. So we know that anything below this level could possibly go to here. That's the indication, right? That's what trade by side said. That's what I follow. So what I like to do is I like to mark out the closing candle of the last swing of the indication part. So if price, basically like right here, if price would have broke above here, my indication on here would be right here. This would be where I would put my close. This is where I would mark it out based off what I'm saying when it came to the uptrend. So based off what I'm telling you right there, price decided to break through that level, right? Giving us an indication. It indicated to us that anything below this level could get to here. Now, we don't enter off the indication. We wait for the correction. You see price is correcting itself back into this level. You go into the 1 hour time frame. It still hasn't hit my line right here. A lot of people would enter off the wick, but I like to enter off the closing candle. So it still hasn't entered our level. You see, look, still going up, still correcting itself. We don't enter any of this. Boom. Came back into the level, closed above the level. That's one of our stages. It needs to close above the level. Now, we need price to close below this level now while showing bearish momentum. That's the most important key. While showing bearish momentum, right? So, bam, price closed below this level, right? So then we make our way to the 15-hour time frame, right? And you can see that price closed below this level, clearly. So we go back to the 1 hour time frame. And what I like to do was one key part of my strategy is that I like to enter off of sessions. It needs to be a session sweep. That's what I like to do. So you can clearly see that Tokyo session started and it closed below this level. So we play price through. Tokyo session stops right here. and it already got swept. You can clearly see on the 1 hour time frame that Tokyo session stopped right here and it got swept, but it didn't get swept off a session. Like I said, it needs to be swept off of a session, y'all. That is the key importance of this trading strategy. So London session came. It didn't sweep Tokyo session because Tokyo session lows Ben got swept. And this is Tokyo session high. We don't enter any of that. We don't enter this. We continue to go. We continue to play price through, right? Whatever. This is London. Oh, wait, New York session opens, right? This is London low. This is the lowest part that London session has been on. We wait for price to come down, sweep that low, wait for it to sweep that low. Not yet. Not yet. Boom, right here. So this is one of my entry criteria. This is what I use the 1 hour time frame just to see the sweeps off the sessions. What I like to enter is off the 15-minute time frame, right? So this is this is my entry. So price swept London low, cool. So what I would enter off London low being swept. So I would put my stop loss right at the sweep session. I mean, right when it swept it. I'll put my stop loss at the high, the previous high. A lot of people put their stop loss right here. No, I will put my stop loss at the previous high, which is this one right here. Boom. And I will take a 1 to 3 risk to reward. We'll do a 1 to 3. And then I will take partials after the 1 to 3 to see how much else I could get. Boom, 1 to 3. And this is the trade I took today. This is how it played out. And boom, straight to TP right here. You can see that right here. It hit straight to TP. Now I'm still holding on my funding rock account. You see, I have the sessions closed right now, but it sees I'm holding $309. I have a $5,000 what is this? A $5,000 prop firm account. I'm trying to pass the eval, and right now I'm up $300. So that should get me past stage 1. And basically, this is how I made $400. I guess you could say $300, $400 today. Simple, easy. I stayed patient. Like I said, a lot of people had when they seen price break below this level, a lot of people got scared. A lot of people entered for sales. They could have made money. That's fine, but that's not the way I like to trade. I like to follow my system. I like to follow my rules. And it breaking this level didn't give me no indication, but it breaking this level gave me my indication correction. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to hold this trade all the way to these lows. This is me telling me I can trade. So I'm like, again, I took partials on the 1 to 3, and then I'm just going to hold for the rest of it. And then we'll see what it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to come out here and just talk to y'all about that. I wanted to show y'all how I made $300 today trading gold. Like I said, this is a new content I want to start dropping. This trading has really changed my life. It's really brought a purpose into my life. This is what I've been working on for the past couple months. And like I said, every single time I enter a trade, I want to journal it. No matter if it's a win, no matter if it's a loss, I don't care. I'm not here to show y'all all my wins and not show any losses. I'm not here to sell y'all anything. Y'all just see me give out my strategy for free. If y'all want me to get more into detail with it, comment down below and I'll get into detail with it. I can start showing y'all some of the back testing I take with the strategy. Like I said, the strategy seems to have treated me right. Of course, I'm going to continue to refine it. I'm going to continue to improve it. But right now, that's what I got. Again, if you want to subscribe to this channel, this is what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start posting trading videos, trading psychology videos. I want to transition into what I want to start doing because trading is going to do something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. If you don't fuck with that, if you don't mess with that, then that's fine. You go on and do your own thing, focus on your own thing. I have no hatred towards you. And for anybody new on this channel that just seen this video and you're intrigued, I'm going to keep all of my gaming videos and my reaction videos on this channel because I want people to see where I came from and where I'm at right now. I'm not going to sit here and sell y'all anything. I'm not going to sit here and sell y'all a dream. I'm here doing the work as much as y'all. So if you want to tag along to the journey, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like the video and comment any other things you would like for me to talk about when it comes to trading psychology, trading risk management. I know I might only have 6 months, but trust me, like these 6 months, I've been working my ass off. We could talk about it later on when it comes to like a video on my scheduling, but I have been working my butt off. This is all I do on my free time. I go to work, I get off work at 2 o'clock and I'm trading, back testing from 3 o'clock till 9, 8. It's taken over my whole life and it's not a bad thing. But again, I appreciate y'all for making it this far. And again, don't be afraid, try something new and let's go through this journey together. Y'all gonna know my name. Peace.